Today I'm working on this 2025 horsepower. It's a Mercury two-stroke. This motor actually belongs to a friend of mine, and it's been sitting for years. I've already looked over it once. For what I can tell, the only real issues with it is that it is hard to start, doesn't idle very well, and does not pump water very well either. So I've already ordered a new impeller, so I'm going to swap that out today, and I'm also going to clean the carburetor and see if that helps it out. Alright, got the unit off of this thing. What I'm going to do is, don't mind my drain pan. It's been sitting outside for a while. I'm going to drain the lower unit oil in this thing and check it, make sure, just to replace it since it's so old, but also check to see if it's got any water in it, to make sure the seals are okay on this thing before I button it back up. After I do that, I will get the water pump replaced. Oil actually looks good. I don't see any water in it, so I don't think we've got any leaks in the lower unit seals. So I'll drain this and I will just put fresh oil back in it. Alright, so I got fresh oil in here. I'll clean all that extra oil up when I'm done with this whole thing, but there's fresh oil in there. Just got the water pump housing off. Where's the old one? This is the old water pump. It's actually not in bad shape. The rubber still feels nice and soft. It's not brittle or anything, but the pump was in backwards, so that's probably why it wasn't pumping water really well. I'm going to go ahead and throw on this new pump impeller that I got. Well, I put an old one in when you got a new one, right? So I'm going to go ahead and throw that on, and we'll throw this lower unit back on the motor. Alright, I got everything back together. The carburetor has been cleaned out. Lower unit's back on it. I've actually already run it. The water flow, so it pees good now, but the problem was the water that it was expelling through the pee hole was getting overly hot. The water shouldn't get so hot out of that pee hole that you have to move your hand away. So that let me know that the engine was getting hotter than it should get. And since we replaced the impeller, I know it's pumping good water. I checked the thermostat. I actually pulled it out and I gave it the water test on the stove, heated up some water on the pot, and put the thermostat in there. The thermostat wasn't opening all the way, so even though it was peeing good, with the thermostat not opening all the way, that means that it wasn't sending the water into those water jackets to cool off the block like it's supposed to. So I've put an order for a new thermostat. That's all we've got going, or that's all we're waiting on to get this motor back to my buddy so that he can use it. Alright, so I'll go ahead and start it for you. I have the thermostat out of it completely right now, so it runs cool. It won't get up to actually normal running temperature. I actually realized just now, I just remembered, see all this water coming out of here. I never did tighten these screws all the way up, so I've still got to do that. I'm glad I noticed that.